Damn. He's cute. He's an absolute gentleman. Oh, I'm a lady.
Dr. Love.
Philippe was like the perfect date. He did everything right, he asked her questions, and then he listened well, and the eye contact was perfect. And he even teased her here and there, so I think he really kept the date going really well.
To be honest, you're pretty.
Thank you.
Honey was actually so comfortable on a date that she was sharing about her ex-relationship. I think this shows that she's willing to be vulnerable, because I think one of the things that she has mentioned previously is that she always built up a wall.
It just got really toxic towards the end. But it kind of felt like mental abuse, you know, like everything was my fault.
Toxic relationships for people in their 20s can be quite common, because sometimes young people, they do not know how to set boundaries, or they do not know how to make these boundaries known. So some red flags that you could be in a toxic relationship is when you are constantly made to doubt yourself. You are thinking like, did I do something wrong, or did I say something wrong? Or maybe that's verbal abuse. If you have realized that you are indeed in a toxic relationship, it's good to share this with someone and do confront the person that you're in a relationship with, because they might not realize that they're actually doing this to you. However, after sharing this with the person and the person persists to verbally abuse you or to gaslight you, it's time to move on.
I think I've always had the wall, and then like I let it down for that relationship, and now it's like built up, extra cement, reinforced. There's a guard downstairs, you know what I mean?
Before getting into a new relationship, it's really important that you have already unpacked all your previous emotional baggage from your last relationship. And it's important to also realize that what has happened in the past is not going to happen in the new relationship, because a lot of times people just keep thinking that it will happen again and they will build a wall, and that is what is going to stop them from having a healthy new relationship.
How do you overcome fear of intimacy in a relationship? I find it very hard to open up to people on a first date, so I don't know what I can do about that.
This is actually a step-by-step process, so I do not expect for Honey to go from where she is currently, where she is feeling not comfortable to be vulnerable, to just sharing everything. What I would suggest for Honey to do is just to share something that you usually would not share on a first date, and to see how the other person react. So if the person react by also sharing something personal about themselves, and they can go from there. What I would also suggest is not to go too deep, because some people, they just go on dates and they just share every single thing that has happened to them, and that can be quite dangerous as well. So I'd like to share something which is called EBA, Emotional Bank Account. So when you go on first dates and your second dates, what you would like to be doing is really to share things that are more positive about yourself, because like let's say if you start a bank account from zero, when you share positive things, you are building it up, and when you share something that's negative, so it might just drop down a bit. But if you start off sharing something negative from day one, you're already in negative, and that's not going to help your relationship to progress to the next level. It is okay to share insecurities, and in fact it is important to share insecurities. However, I would advise that you only start sharing them on your third date onward, and use your first and your second date to build up that positive bank account.